We made the microdrama production pipeline 5 times faster. Hey, I'm Vishal and I'm a film director and a creative director. We put Invideo Agent 1 to the test and created a 10-episode microdrama series with it. In this video, I'm breaking down the entire workflow. How many days, how much per episode, and exactly how we did it. Whether you're running a microdrama studio or an agency, this changes how you staff, budget, and process making microdramas. Here's the thing about microdramas. It's about finding scale and finding that one winning project. And that's where AI agents with Invideo comes into play. You feed in your story bible, your characters, your scripts, and that's it. It runs with it. It's like having 10 creatives on your team that handle the grunt work, and you can actually focus on the things that actually matter. So let's build that pipeline. This is exactly how I structure a crew of agents on Agent 1 to create my microdrama series. I create one showrunner agent. Think of this as the executive producer of the entire series. It holds the big picture, the tone, the visual language, the character, world, everything. Then every episode gets its own episode director agent. This is important that you create a notebook with every episode director. If you're running a studio, it's the equivalent of assigning an AD to every episode. Everything stays compartmentalized. Your post team isn't digging through 100 generations to find one shot from episode 4. And if you're an agency managing multiple series for different clients, this structure scales. One project per series, one showrunner agent for every project, and episode directors in each project. Every microdrama company already has pre-production documents, show bibles, scripts, character breakdowns. The best way to use them is to feed them directly into the agent. 2 things matter the most. First, the show bible, the story arc, character details. It has the names, ages, looks, personality, relationships. It also has the format specs, episode length, number of episodes, key plot points, tone. The agent absorbs all of this into its context and carries it across the entire project. This is your single source of truth. Second, each episode's detailed script, action lines, dialogue, ideally with timestamps. The tighter your scripts are locked, the better the agent performs. If your writing team delivers clean scripts, the production just flies. It's also okay to kind of iterate with the agent on the creative details, but this will just expand your production time because you'll have to fix those along the way. You're always going to have multiple people working on the same microdrama series, and here's the best way to keep everyone aligned. First, every team member uploads the same locked show bible and episodic scripts into their agent. No one's working off a different version. Second, your base character sheets and recurring locations need to be locked and uploaded by everyone on your team. All iterations, costume changes, lighting shifts, new angles always start from these locked base images, never from scratch. This is what keeps your characters looking the same across 10 episodes. And if something changes with the character, say they get a haircut or they get a scar on their face, you can just take that updated character image and update the agent's context for all future episodes. The agent will carry that change forward as the new base, continuity handled. After uploading your story bible and scripts into the agent, you can ask it to create all your primary characters just in one go. Multiple versions, multiple angles, front, side, 3/4, until you land on what you like. You're not generating one character at a time, tweaking, reprompting, waiting. You tell the agent what you want, and it runs the entire multi-step process, generating, iterating, refining, fast without intervention. Lock your final character sheets because this is going to be the most important base of your microdrama. Same energy for locations. Describe your locations from the script and ask the agent to generate all of them at once. Multiple variations for locations always works to get that right. Image generation in Invideo is really cheap, so let's put it to good use. The agent fires multiple sub-agents that are experts in handling this, and they work in parallel. So while you're reviewing one location, 3 more are already being generated. Lock your finals, and these become your spatial anchors for the whole series. Quick pro tip. If you're working with Invideo Agent 1 on a complex project, make sure to download the iPad or the mobile phone app. Everything syncs perfectly across devices, so you can pick up wherever you left off and work on the go. When you're running agents in parallel on a big project, you don't want to be waiting at your desk for every generation. This basically really allows me to drastically improve the speed at which I ship. Now here's how you can save a ton of time on post. Once your characters and locations are locked, I ask the agent to build a generation plan. The agent reads your script, understands the beats, and builds the entire shot-by-shot breakdown on its own. Basically, your shooting schedule for the episode. It's smart enough to figure out the pacing, scene transitions, and where to cut between setups without you hand-holding every decision. Here's something critical. I tell the agent, do not squeeze too much dialogue into one 15-second generation. Break the generations into sequences based on the natural beats of the script. This keeps the pacing right and gives your editor way more control in the cut. If you're used to working with short lists and scene breakdowns, this will make your workflow way more faster and it'll be way more familiar for you. This is a new workflow for creating microdramas inside Agent 1. I call it daisy chaining scene dance generations. We've put a command in the description so you can copy that and feed it to your agent. So what it does is, I tell the agent to always start every sequence with a wide establishing shot. If you do this, the agent will hold the spatial layout of the scene, location, and spatial consistency every time. And that establishing shot, you can always cut it out in post if you don't need it. But it helps the agent just go faster and stay consistent. For every shot after that, the agent already understands the spatial continuity, the characters, and the location. It's intelligent enough to figure out what to attach, what to reference, and how to continue the sequence on its own. And because Invideo is built for serious creatives, it shows you exactly what's attached, what references are being used, and what the agent is doing. After a while, it stops feeling like prompting and it just feels like directing. Also a pro tip, generate 3 or 4 options for every generation. Your editor will thank you. When you need absolute control over a scene in a microdrama, emotional beats, dialogue-heavy moments, anything that the studio head will scrutinize frame by frame, this is the workflow you should go for. You first generate a vertical storyboard frame through GPT Image 2. You lay out the keyframes of the sequence in one image. Then you tell the agent to attach that storyboard to Seed Dance. The agent is smart enough to handle this handoff on its own. It reads the storyboard, maps it to the prompt, and sends it through. Seed Dance basically then animates those frames based on your direction. The upside, you know exactly how every generation will look because the storyboard frames are locked. And your creative director can approve every storyboard frame before even a single credit is spent on video. The downside, you lose those unexpected happy coincidence shots that Seed Dance would give you, and you will be stuck to the storyboard frames that you've created before. You can pick either method based on the scene you're creating. Quick hack, if it's just an insert shot like a close-up of a hand opening a door or a passing montage sequence of a location, you can skip making the location image entirely. All you need to do is tell the agent to prompt Seed Dance because it has its own intelligence. So basis the script, it'll just prompt it into the model and you'll get the video as required. Once all the shots of your microdrama episodes are generated, here's the quickest way to get it onto the edit. Invideo now has a way for you to directly import your files to Premiere Pro. Here's how. You can see all your generations from your projects, select what you need, and import those files locally. Straight into your bin, no downloading from a browser, no dragging files between folders. All that footage is locally available on your system since the time you import it. It makes the handoff from generation to edit completely seamless. Once all your shots are done, upscale everything using Topaz Starlight 2.5. We tested multiple upscalers and this one gave us the best results, especially on faces and fabrics. Also, it was way more cost effective than using Topaz Astra. One last thing, always add some film grain in your NLE, Premiere, DaVinci, whatever your post team is using. A subtle grain pass makes the whole thing seem a little more cinematic and a little less AI generated. It softens the digital edges. Your colorist will know exactly what to do here. And there you go, your microdrama is ready for delivery. We produced a 10-episode microdrama series on Invideo Agent 1, and here are the stats. 3 people, 3 working days from start to finish. That's 10 episodes, each running from about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. So what was the total cost across 10 episodes? It was about $10,000 for creating 10 episodes, and it came to about $1,000 per 2-minute episode. This is the fastest production pipeline for microdramas right now, and this is what it actually changes. 1. A small crew can move through an entire series without any bottlenecks. 2. It strips out all the grunt work. No manual prompting, no babysitting attachments, and the agent already remembers what it needs to. Your team focuses on creative decisions and nothing else. And 3, filmmakers actually want to use it. You're not here to engineer prompts. You're here to direct your film, And that's what the shift is. If you want to create your own microdrama, click on the link to Invideo Agent 1 in the description below. If you found this video useful, subscribe and like, and go check out the previous films of the series.